Hello everybody, welcome or welcome back. So today we are starting our weekly check-in for the second week in a pay period. So this was all the stuff from the first week of the current pay period, and so now we're going into the second week, and I'm starting out our check-in. I am doing this in sections, so there might be more than one section that you see here. I just like to go when I have a big chunk of transactions and get those envelopes paid back. So we go through any spending that was on a card, whether it be debit or credit, and we pay the money back from our variable envelopes, sinking fund envelopes, our cash envelopes essentially, to put back in to cover this card spending. For account, and I put it on here for accountability purposes, but I do it obviously because I have the cash allocated for those things. But a lot of my spending in particular, I like not cash spending, or a lot of the things that I purchase end up being online purchases. So let's jump in. I have 3 different purchases from Amazon. So the first one was $31.38. My son ended up getting a tablet, and somewhat for educational purposes, but we got a case and a screen protector for it. And that is coming from the kids category, and I will have to pay that back to the bank. The second Amazon purchase was $26.74. It's a doormat. It's a doormat. For my husband purchased a doormat and had it mailed to, I guess, a family member of mine. He's been talking a lot more too. So it's a gift. I have no idea. That's totally uncharacteristic of my husband. But anyway, that's going to come from our gifts envelope. And then the third Amazon purchase. So I'm going to do it like this because I don't know until I get in the envelopes how I'm going to break this down for sure, or if I'm going to break it down. So the purchase total was $29.43. It was a pack of like the garage door openers that you program and put in vehicles. And it was, shears, like to cut, like actual, like nice scissors to cut hair. Whoops. Because my husband started like doing his hair with just like a trimmer. And then he cut my daughter's hair, just trimmed it. Because they'd never had a haircut, and he just trimmed it. But he wanted some better, he feels, I guess, comfortable doing it, but he wanted some better scissors. So anyway, this is going to be it's, I guess, home. Maybe depending on what's in my home envelope. The garage door openers, part of that might come from garage, otherwise it'll all be from home. Left-handed problems. I didn't let that dry long enough. I usually do okay, but that one's smeared. And then the final, no, it's not the final purchase. $6.41 I paid for 1 month of a Peacock subscription. The only way, for anybody who pays any attention to basketball, I've shared that I live in Iowa. I'm an Iowa Hawkeye fan, and the Iowa Hawkeye women have been making some headlines. Our best player by far is Caitlin Clark, and she last Wednesday, I don't remember if it was Wednesday or it was Thursday night, she played a home game and only had 8 points left to score to break the all-time women's NCAA basketball scoring record. And so she did that, and that game was on Peacock, and I wanted to watch it, and I didn't want to leave my house to go watch it with my brother. So it was on Peacock. So that's a $5.99 subscription, which means I paid $6.41, and I have access to Peacock for the next 30 days. So I'm not sure yet what category that's going to come out. I'll figure that out when I get in there. And then the final purchase is $7 even. So we went to church this morning and they actually had donuts, like coffee and donuts after Mass. I don't ever have. And so they actually had it after Mass, and I don't ever carry money on me, especially to church, because I have no like plan of needing money. And my husband usually has his wallet with a few bucks in it. And so I guess the kids, I thought they had talked to Dad and that it was like, yeah, you know, it's whatever, you're gonna get donuts, because they were pretty good in church. But then when it came time, Dad didn't have his wallet, and so we could not get donuts there because it's just a cash donation that goes back to whoever purchased to cover the cost of whoever purchased the donuts, and then to refund kind of the coffee and donuts fund or whatever. I don't know if there's extra, if it goes to that, if it just, I have no idea how they do it, but it's donation to cover the cost of the donuts. So we always put $1 in per donut that we're going to take out. And because in the large amounts that they buy them, I'm sure they're less than $1 per donut. Anyway, so nobody had cash. And so then my kids were pretty bummed because they actually did well in church. And I have, I carry with me in my phone, I have like a little wallet case in it. So my ID and my credit card are always in there, at the risk of telling someone that on the internet, usually in there. And I said, well, like, we don't have cash on us, but I do have my credit card in the vehicle because my phone was in the vehicle. So we stopped at Casey's. We got a half a dozen donuts for $7 because no one had cash to get donuts at church. So that's what that was. I'm going to take it from kids because I rolled over all of our eating out money with no plans to eat out. So that'll just come from kids, and that'll go back to the bank. It was cheaper to get 6 donuts, to get a half a dozen, because it's 7 per half dozen, than it was to get them individually. So buying a half dozen was actually the cheapest way to get donuts this morning. In case anyone was like, did you need 6 donuts? Absolutely did not. But did they eat them? They did. I ate one. My husband ate one. Each kid ate one. And then the 3 kids shared the 6th one. Anyway, so let's jump in and pay these back to the bank. Let's start with, I never know where to start, guys. Let's just jump in here to the sinking fund binder because I actually think they're probably all going to be in here. So 31, 38, 38. So $39 is going to come from kids. $40 is going to come from kids. I'm not even going to bother making change with that. Okay, so $40 from kids. All right, let's go to gifts. Gifts was $27. Let's see, am I going to have any change? Let's come into home. Why are they always yelling? All right, so home is 30. $20 and 30, plenty in home. I don't need to take any out of garage for that, so that's fine. So $30 out of home. I was just sitting here trying to remember which envelopes have some change. I know that one of my savings challenges has quite a bit of ones in it, so I will come in there and, oh, but it's not that one that has all the ones. Which one is it? Maybe I made change already. No, it's this one that has a lot of ones. So let's come in here to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20. So that's all going back into that challenge. All right, and then so this is, in that case, this is our gift envelope here that has all of this in it. So for gifts, we need 27. 10, 15, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10, 15, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's out gifts. Oh, my apologies if you can hear that. So, so $7 for Peacock. I'm also going to take that out of home. 5, 6, 7. Miscellaneous would have been a good envelope, but I have not finished a challenge to put anything in that yet, so we'll just take it from home. That'll be something everyone can use. Okay, 32 plus 27 plus 30 plus 7 plus 7 is $103 that we should have here. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 100, 1, 2, 4. So I have 104. So I'm actually going to take one of those dollars and I'm going to put it back in kids because I only needed to put $39 in from kids and I ended up putting in 40 simply because I didn't have change at that time. I'm also keeping this 10. Putting that 10. I don't want this 10, that 10 to go to the bank. I want to keep it. All right, so let's count again. Since I made those changes to make sure 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 96, 7, 8, 9, 100, 1, 2, 3. See you in a minute. On to part 2 of our, sorry for the bump. For our check-in here, we're gonna jump right on. We have a few things going on. So the first purchase that we made was $36.35. There was a couple things off of Amazon and they are garage-related supplies. I honestly couldn't even tell you what they are off the top of my head. Don't even know. And it does need to pay back to the bank. I did know, but I didn't note it down because what it said they were meant nothing to me. So then the second purchase was $9.08. This is so there were several purchases. It was one big purchase from Tyson's and I'm breaking it down into categories. So this is like deaf fluid, which technically would come from vehicles. That's $9.08. It's for my husband's truck. I suppose it could come from the farm account too. I hadn't really thought all the way through that, but $1.63 were also at Tyson's were cat treats. That's coming from animals, and that needs paid back to the bank. During that same Tyson's trip, clearly I was not in charge of that. $3.62 was like the Mentos mint candy coming from the kids envelope because that was a treat for the kids while they were there. And then the final portion of that purchase is $38.46, which was softener salt coming from the home category. It will need paid back to the bank. So softener salt is, we have hard water, we have well water, and so we have a water softener, and you run salt, we run salt through it for it to do the softening that it is supposed to. So let's jump into our envelopes here. Let's see. Let's pull this guy out. Get out my, I'll start right here in kids if we have enough ones. I don't have enough ones in there. Let's see if I have correct change anywhere. So garage, 36, 46, 20, 40, 5 and 6. I'm gonna do something different with that. I'm gonna put 36 in, and I'm gonna see about the DEF fluid. That's gonna, well, yeah, no, that was actually gonna come from vehicles, not garage anyway. So get your life together, Paula. All right, so for kids, I owe that $4, so I'm gonna put a 5 in and take $1 back to go back in there to kids. So that means I have the kids one and the garage one done. Animals here is supposed to get $2 for our cat treats. And we do not have $2, so I'll hang on a second with that. I don't have change anywhere that I need change today. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and taking this 5 to make change. All right, so where did we need the animals here? We owe $2 for the animals, so we're gonna put a 5 in and bring $3 back. So that will pay the animals portion, and then 39 from home, 20, 40, and $1 back. We'll take care of that. And then if I go into vehicles, that is where the DEF fluid would come from. I have a 10, and I am going to bring $1 back because it's 9, 8 there. Okay, so now let's do the math here and see what we are supposed to have. I'm just gonna put this Amazon purchase. I forgot what that was. Okay, so the total here, I think I just did 36 from garage, I did 9 from vehicles, I did 2 from cat treats, 4 from kids, and 39. So I should have $90 here in cash. And what we have is 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90. So there is our $90. Thanks for watching, guys.